We look at the future of blueberries, and that's what's important to Fall Creek, of course, right? So we kind of call it our bright blue future. If you look at the consumption today, you look at the market penetration of blueberries with the consumer. Our vision for the future is we see blueberries as being a top 5 produce item. We see blueberries being more and more important to the consumer, and more consumers having access to blueberries. And so as you look at the market penetration and also the per capita consumption of blueberries increasing, there's going to be continued need for blueberries, and the volumes are going to be much higher than they are today. I know that many people get worried when you look at the blueberry market, and many consider it to be a zero-sum game, and we don't consider that at all. We consider it to be an opportunity in the future for all the market windows, and that many countries and parts of the world will have opportunities in the blueberry industry. Our mission is to build a world with better blueberries, and as we look at what that means to us, is the first thing is that we need to bring varieties that have 2 things. So number 1, they need to produce fruit the consumer wants to eat, and really important is they need to produce plants that the grower wants to grow, that are profitable for the grower. So we're looking to have really good fruit with plants that allow the grower to have the lowest cost possible. The other thing about Fall Creek is we want to produce our plants where the growers are going to be producing fruit. So if you look at where our nurseries are located today, we have nurseries in the United States, we have a nursery in Mexico, nursery in Peru, nursery in the Netherlands, nursery in Spain, nursery in South Africa, and we're currently building nursery in Chile. We're trying to acquire land in China to build a nursery, and we're looking at a couple other areas in Eastern Europe and also Northern Africa are possibilities for us in the future. Another area that's really important to us is that we have great support for growers around the world, and we're currently in the process of really expanding our grower support team and our frontline people who interact with growers, and also providing them state-of-the-art training so that they really can be brought onto the Fall Creek team and provide value to the growers around the world. Another important aspect of the future of blueberries and the blueberry industry is how we engage retailers and marketers. And one of the things that Fall Creek has planned is to engage retailers and marketers in a different way. And if you look at the different geographies of where the industry is growing, you'll see that the retailers and marketers are in a different place. So for instance, the European retailers and marketers have a better understanding of the blueberry industry than the ones do in the US. And so we're going to be trying to get the US retailers and marketers caught up with where they are in Europe, and teaching them about the blueberry industry, teaching them about varieties, teaching them about where blueberries are grown around the world, and how to create a 52-week supply.
Hello everyone, my name is Michel Kasmarek. I am a commercial manager at the Fall Creek Farm and Nursery. Today I would like to talk to you about the market dynamic in terms of production that is happening in the Europe and North Africa. If we start first about the south of Europe, there are traditional production regions such as Spain and Portugal, where we see quite a lot of food being produced with pretty good quality. The market is not developing as such, there's not big expansion. However, these regions play an important role in the supply of the market, with experienced growers that also can bring blueberries on the market together with other berries such as raspberries or strawberries. But in Southern Europe, the main expansion platform at the moment is Morocco. Why is Morocco? Because we've got good growing conditions for the food to be produced, good soil, labor available, local labor available, and as a result of that, this region is expanding very fast at the moment. We expect some growth of more than 500-600 hectares per year, which is a fantastic opportunity both for the Moroccan growers but also for the market, because they will have more fruit available at earlier timing in the season. If we talk about Northern Europe, you also have some very traditional production regions such as Germany, Poland, the Netherlands as well, UK, that have some, let's say, local relevance. Consumer wants to have local for local fruits, and that's why there is some production in UK and in the Benelux, and in Germany as well. Poland is a very large production platform with many hectares being planted. We're talking about more than 11,000 hectares on the ground at the moment. Still expanding and renewing their varietal assortment for better quality fruit. Expansion on that front is happening more on the east part of Europe, and I'm talking about Serbia, Romania, but also on the other side of the Black Sea with Georgia and even Turkey, actually, that is starting very strong blueberry production. It's about supplying more volume to the market because there are more consumers eating blueberries. But also complementing, let's say, the production window to make sure that the fruit is becoming available all year round. At Fall Creek, we are a nursery. Obviously, we produce plants, but more important, we produce varieties. And the way to provide the good genetics, good varieties to our growers is via the plant that we sell. Fall Creek has a breeding program, but also some exclusive distribution agreement with more than 25 license holders worldwide. We do have very good genetics for Northern Europe. I think we are leading the game. Fall Creek has, let's say, rolled out different varieties such as the collection program with Loreto and Arabella Blue that are set for northern latitude. Good quality fruits, good shelf life, that is very important, good size and flavor. And we also have some varieties for what we call the mid-chill region to produce fruit in June. Varieties such as Blue Ribbon that can fill some gaps in the supply between Southern Europe and Northern Europe. And last but not least, we've got also a very good program in the low-chill environment, low-chill, zero-chill environments. Collection varieties such as Azra Blue, such as Atlas Blue, such as Olympus Blue and Kepa Blue provide different features in terms of productivity, earliness, fruit size and flavor. And these varieties are there to set growers for success and making sure that they produce with a low cost of production per kilo and some fruits that people want to eat.
Ventura has been heavily planted between the year more or less 2013 until 2019, 18, 19. It has been planted because it was making the production earlier. What was before was Star, that was doing the peak at the end of April, beginning of May, and Ventura started to produce now in March. So it made the production much earlier. And what we are talking of early is that today we harvested 150 grams on Ventura. That would be super early for something that was planted 10 years ago. And Sequoia Pub is now one of the most planted variety of Fall Creek since 2020-21. See, the difference with Ventura is that today, mid-March, we have harvested so far 1.5 kilos, so it's way earlier than Ventura. It started to produce at the end of December here in our nursery in Via Manrique de la Condesa, and it yields very big fruit and a big production.